Hello traders, Rich here, and here's a quick but detailed update on Bitcoin. As usual, if you guys like video analysis, let me know in the comments or simply leave a like. So let's get started. As we clearly see, Bitcoin broke above the 40k, made a classic retest, and then traded higher to finally find rejection around the 40-50k and traded lower. However, we are still overall bullish, and this is just a correction. For the sellers to take full control, we need to see a break below the structure, below the 44k, around 43,500 and 44k. Then and only then we can say that the sellers are taking over, and we might have a shift in momentum from bullish to bearish. In this case, we'll be looking for buy stops around our lower support, which would be around the 40k, because now Bitcoin is trading inside this floor, which is between the 40 and 50k, where the 40k is our support and the 50k is our resistance. And of course, for Bitcoin to trade any higher from a long-term perspective, we need to see a break above the 50k. Then we will be looking for buy setups on the retest. But for now, we are still overall bullish, and we can see it even better from H4 time frame. Here's our impulse, correction, impulse, and we are currently just in a correction phase, just like this one, right? That's why we are still looking for buy setups on lower time frames, unless, and as I mentioned from daily time frame, we see a break below this area here, which is the entire structure around 43,500 or 44k. Long story short, just from daily and H4, we know that we are overall bullish and we are looking for buy setups unless again and again we have a break below this area. Now, if we zoom into M30 time frame, we can see that price broke a minor structure from M30, which is this channel, right? So the sellers are in control from a short-term perspective after this break happened. However, we don't have much room as price can still find rejection around this area, which is a support, which is an horizontal support, which is the orange trend line, right? So that's why the sellers aren't in full control yet. And as I mentioned from the, not repeat it again, unless we see a break below this entire structure. And meanwhile, we'll be looking for buy setups, and let me make an offset for it. Here we go, right? So we are simply in a correction phase, and we'll be waiting for price to form a new swing around it, and then we can buy on break upward. And of course, in this case, the buyers would prove control from a short-term perspective, because we are from M30, and a movement inside the resistance zone would be expected, which would be around the 48 50k that we just saw from daily. And of course, from a long-term perspective, for the buyers to take full control and for another bullish bullish movement to happen, we need to see a break above the 50k. Before we continue, I want to tell you about Bitget. Bitget has over 1.5 million users worldwide. It's listed on CMC, CoinGecko, and CryptoAdventure. It's also licensed in 4 different countries, like the US, Canada, Singapore, and Australia. With Bitget, you can trade crypto on margin through the unified contract features, or you can simply buy and hold through the exchange, or also known as spot trading. And the interesting thing about Bitget is that it's one of the largest crypto copy trading platforms, where you can simply go here, copy trade, and follow the trader that you like. For example, you like this one, you click on follow. This way, you copy every single trade that he takes. If you don't have an account yet, I'll include the links in the description below. And let's continue. And here's a quick but detailed update on XRP. As we clearly see, XRP rejected our 0.5 and traded higher, then broke our one round number, which is also a strong support and resistance. As we clearly see, it was acting as support previously, then price broke it downward. It's now acting as a resistance, and now price broke it upward, so it's now acting as support. That's why we'll zoom into lower time frames and look for buy setup. So now we are clearly bullish. We had this impulse, small or flat correction, which means that the buyers are not letting the sellers even make a correction. Then we had this bigger impulse, and we are currently in a correction phase, and we are overall bullish. We're waiting for price to enter into correction zone, and for it to be about to end to catch the next impulse. But we can't really know where the correction would end. It can end here, or even price can go deeper before going up. That's why we don't buy blindly. We always look for key rejection areas, and in our case, it's the 1.5. That's why we are looking for buy setups, and I insist on the word looking, because price can still trade lower, right? We always wait for extra confirmation and trigger, and of course, unless we can see a break from daily time frame, of course, below this area. Then and only then we can say that the sellers are taking over again, broke below our support for it to act as a resistance, and then a movement till our low support would be expected. But for now, let's take it step by step. Until we have a break below this area, which is around 0.94, we would be overall bullish and looking for buy setups. Now, if we zoom into M30 time frame, we can clearly see that we've got a channel forming, right? But it's not valid yet. So we'll be waiting for price to form a new swing around it, for example, like this. And of course, it's not a prediction; it's just what I would like to see, so that the rules as per my trading plan would be met. And of course, this swing can be formed now, like here, or price can still go deeper. And of course, the price cannot respect my analysis at all. Okay, it's just what I would like to see. Okay, so I'll be waiting for this to happen, and then and only then I'll be buying XRP on spec upward because we're around a support and so on. Unless, as mentioned from daily, this is the area 0.94 around here. So if price breaks it downward and below the orange trend line, then we can say that a shift in momentum would be expected. But for now, we're looking for this one, and this would be our trigger. And because we are around a support area, right? Two P's. That's it. And this is where is it? And this is our trigger. That's it for me. Best of luck, and I'll see you on the next one.